and thankfully I had scholarships, so I didn't get into debt. But I went in as a law major, just spur. I don't even know why, and of course that threw my parents for a complete just.
As a what, brother?
As a law major.
Oh, law major. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And it threw my parents in for just like a complete what happened. Like
what did they want you to go in as?
A music major.
Okay. And
I then realized, okay, this probably isn't what I wanted to do, but it got me closer to
you.
I did wanted to do, because I knew what I didn't, and I was moving towards what I did.
I love it. So, what's the punchline?
So, I guess I want to get into real estate. I want to get my real estate license. And yesterday
Why?
I created, because I like to sell. Like I'm good with people and I like to sell. And yesterday I also created an Instagram page where I basically wanted to create like a whole journey and a whole community of people on a journey to like with flipping things and creating, businesses, and just to document everything. Like
you're just attracted to the entrepreneur life, the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, like I want to document all the little losses that people tend to not do. They tend to like glamorize,
Yep.
Oh, I made 100,000 in a day. Like
Yep.
do what I do, but they don't document all the losses they've had. So I wanted to create a community that like expands and grows and goes past that. And
I like it.
I'll grow that. So the whole idea was like taking a bank account, quote unquote, from $0 and documenting every process until it gets to $100,000.
And what do you want to do after that? What's the plan?
And, like I created it as a, I guess, Instagram TV series, and then that, and probably during that, I want to create, little talks with all my followers, like questions, what I think on certain topics. I want to get into just life stuff as well as personal finance, and just help bring people up.
Okay. So what's the question?
How do I go about like with my parents, because it's not going to bode well with them, and if I like go on and tell them I don't think college is for me.
You need to think about it two ways. One, are you willing to have a tougher relationship with your parents for the next 2 to 5 years? Not as good as it could be, but still, I don't know how your parents would react. Are they going to disown you, or is it just going to be disappointing, or is it just going to be tension in the air? But then have an entire life of you not resenting them, which could lead to such a better relationship for the rest of life. Or are you going to listen to them and appease them and forever resent them? Not super complicated.
Yeah, I value, because I've always been kind of a hard-headed kid, and at times it has burned me, but it has also led to like some of the greatest things.
It hasn't burnt you. You might have not been successful.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
But that doesn't mean you got burnt. It means you learned and you did what you wanted. That's actually called winning.
Yeah.
What you need to do is not talk a big game and tell everybody that you're going to fucking crush it, and so that you've got pie in your face. But even that's cool. I like that too. I even like pie in my face. So I don't think you've been burnt. You just weren't successful, but you needed to do it because you had conviction. And just because it didn't make $1 million, it didn't work, or it didn't happen, that's not burnt, bro. That's learning. You weren't fucking burnt. You fucking learned.
Yeah.
You're fucking 18. You're supposed to learn at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. You're supposed to learn.
Yeah.
Losing's good. You just told me you wanted to document all the losses. Losing's fucking good.
Yeah, I know.
You just, your parents might have thought you got burnt. Your friends might have thought you got burnt. That's completely based on how much fucking bravado and how much machismo you put out into the world that this thing was going to be something.
Yeah.
I like to say things are going to be something, and then when they're not, I'm like, yeah, it wasn't something. I was wrong, but I did this other stuff. Other people like to stay super quiet, and then when it's huge, you're like, see, that's also good. Doesn't matter. It's still the same fucking game.
Yeah.
How do you deal with your parents? With radical candor. Mom, Dad, I love you more than breathing. You've done everything for me. I respect you the most. Comma, I 100% know who I am as a human being. You do not know me better than I know myself. I know myself better than you know me. I am going to do this. You're going to be disappointed. But if I do what you want me to do, I'm going to do it. And then for the rest of my life, I'm going to actually subconsciously resent and dislike you, and we will never have a great relationship. This way, you'll be mad at me for the next couple of years, but when I make it and I'm happy, then you're going to respect me. That's the conversation you have. And when your mom cries or your dad says you're a fucking idiot or whatever happens, you fucking take that punch like a man and you fucking move on with your life and then go fucking prove it.
You're right.
Or you don't. You know, like, you know what I mean? This is a binary game. How do you deal with it?
Yeah.
Either up front or not at all.
Yeah.
Because half pregnant fucking sucks.
It does. And that's kind of been like the position I've been in where I kind of do what I want to do and I always put my happiness first.
You should. You can't be selfless without being selfish.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I've always 100% prioritized my own happiness, and I listen to you and I listen to so many other people because I know that's who I want to be. And I guess I just also, at the same time, haven't been fully honest with my goals and who I want to be.
That's fair.
And I think I owe them that.
You do.
But at the same time, not at the expense of my happiness.
Correct. And also, you can't take anything from them.
Yeah.
Zero.
Yeah.
$0.
And that's out.
Good for you. $0. If you're going to live on your own 2 feet, live on your own 2 feet. I've got unlimited 22-year-olds trying to act like tough guys and gals, but they still want mommy and daddy to pay their rent while they do it.
Yeah, that's why I took up just any job, because I know what you say about shit jobs, but I'm willing to do it if
jobs are good.
Grind what I can.
Bro, I respect you. I respect you heavy. I'm listening to you and you talk about me influencing you and I'm like sitting here with, I got chills because I'm like, this fucker is, you know, he was young when he started listening to me. It got into his head. Look what he's doing. He's fucking moved out with his buddies. He's taking a shit job. He's standing on his own 2 feet. Now we're going to do the next part and he's going to have that conversation. It's all going to work. I believe that, man. I believe it. I genuinely see it in the world. I observe. That's what I do. Like, I'm proud of you, bro. 98% of you, man. 98% of you, bro, don't move out. Don't take a shit job. They want their fucking cake and eat it too. They're like, I'm going to be a tough guy and I'm going to do this. Meanwhile, they want mommy to pay for their Uber. Mommy pays for your Uber. You go to college if she wants you to. Daddy pays for your fucking Equinox in your apartment. You go take law school if they want you to. They're fucking paying. You're such a big fucking... I apologize. I'm talking to the crowd. You're such a big fucking tough guy. You're so fucking amazing. You're so fucking convicted. Go fucking eat dirt.
It was a scary thing, you know, deciding to move out because I knew the standard of living loss I'd take, but I knew that, like, in the long run, that's what I needed to do, and that's the 100%. Only way to be happy for myself.
Bro, your parents are going to respect you. They're going to be disappointed because they had an ideology, but I'm telling you right now, I promise you, you ping me when you're 26, and your parents look you in the eye and tell you how much they respect you after you go this way.
I will.
I believe you. I appreciate you, bro. I love you more.
Have a good day.
You too. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Hey, Gary.
Hunter, you got me with this, man. This is a good episode. Let's go,
How's
Hunter.
it going?
Is that a Fitzpatrick?
No, it's a Sam Darnold.
Let's go. Thank God. I was scared.
So, you kind of answered this a little bit before. Who are some of the top people you want to see the Jets take at number 11? I mean, I know you said trading back, potentially.
I want to trade back.
If they do trade back, like, who would you want to see them pick?
I want them to take the Louisville tackle Becton. That's who I want at 11. I think he has the most upside. I think he could be a perennial Pro Bowler. I like him better than TW. I like him better than the Bama kid. I like him the best. I think he's the most. I also think he might be the most risky. But I just have a feeling, and I've done my homework, so I want them to take Becton.
That's definitely, you know, if we don't take offensive tackle, if they're all like off the board, then definitely trading back is a good option.
Yeah, if they're all off the board, Thomas, TW, like all these guys, then I really want to trade back. I really don't want to take a receiver at 11 in what I personally think is the best receiving class since 2014 and has the potential to be the best one ever. There's going to be a 4th round receiver that I'm going to be yelling at the TV hoping Joe Douglas takes.
Yeah, there's definitely there's the Arizona State guy. What's his name? Brandon Ayuk, I think.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Dude,
Definitely.
it's loaded. I'm telling you, it's loaded.
Yeah.
It's loaded.
How do you think it's going to work online? Do you think it's going to be a disaster tonight with the?
I have no knowledge, first of all, so I have no insights. I don't know. It sounded like on Tuesday they were practicing it, and it was a disaster, which makes me hope that they've done a lot of things since.
Yeah.
But the ratings are going to be uncomfortable. I can't wait. What's your number one person that you want to take?
Definitely offensive line. I was kind of hoping.
Which one do you like?
Wills.
Wills.
Or Wirfs.
Wirfs. Yeah. It's a low. Listen, I think Austin Jackson from USC is a good left tackle. I think there's some real guys. The TCU kid. I actually think. I mean, I'll go bananas if they trade down to like the 2 Viking picks or a 1 and a 2. Like a 1 next year. Like I'm a big fan of this draft, and I would trade down because I think they can get a real tackle later in the first round, and then just load the fuck up. We have a lot of holes, bro, Hunter. Like if you really look at the team, we got a lot of holes.
Yeah,
I think we got a quarterback, but we have a lot of holes. We really do. If we're being honest with ourselves, we got issues.
Yeah.
We got holes, so we need to load up. We need
Definitely.
one of those iconic, we need that, Revis David Harris combo, that DeBricka-Shaw Mangold thing. We need that Brad Smith, Leon Washington, Jericho Cotchery, 4th, 5th round pick type stuff. Kerry Rhodes. We need to hit here.
Yeah, definitely. Any help for Sam Darnold at this point? We'll definitely take that because compared to last season,
his data when he has a clean pocket is off the charts.
Yeah, it's crazy. Definitely.
All right, brother. Take care of yourself.
You too.
Thanks, bud. Good stuff. Tried to flip him with that Fitzpatrick jersey, but I knew it. Really exciting episode. Really good day. Hope everybody's super well. Oh, by the way, wine text today, $125 Pinot Noir for $45. Just giving you the preview. Super pumped about that. Look. Hey,
oh my God, fuck off.
Yep. I won't,
Gary
but I will if you want to. Hey, Tasha.
Holy shit. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Everyone appreciates you right now watching this. I'm losing my mind.
Thank you, Tasha.
Fuck. I'm just going to get right into the question, very surface level, and if you want context, I can give you all the context.
Thank you.
As someone who is gratefully still employed during this crazy shit, but genuinely hates their job. Like, what do I do? Do I just ride this shit out while it's safe until I get inspired?
Do you have savings?
A bit. I mean, I'd rather not touch that, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd rather you not touch it either. My
I don't really know what I want to do next. Like, I've had a lot of side hustles. I've dabbled in a lot of shit, but I'm just like, if I was to quit, I don't know what the fuck I would do.
I love you. Listen, I think that you probably shouldn't. Because you don't, I usually like my preference when my first book, Crush It, what I really wrote in there was, hey, use downtime to build up something, save money, and then you can wean off your job you hate into something you love. If you're at a place where you don't even know what you want to do yet, you're kind of far from that. And especially to your point, I think there was another 4.2 million Americans today declared for unemployment in the last week. To your point, we're going to need to go into the gratitude of being grateful for jobs we hate right now because the alternative sucks. So what I would do if I were you, Tasha, right now is really go ham on trying shit. Like really, as much as you can, watching videos, doing stuff,
Yeah,
cooking,
I mean, you inspired me to do TikTok. Like, I thought I was way too fucking old for TikTok. I was like, you know what? I'm bored. I'm doing it. I don't have shit on TikTok, but it's still really fun. And I'm trying to explore, but there's another level of nuance if I can offer this to my situation. So my company, they did pay cuts across the board, which is rough, but they did some layoffs and furlough. I have a colleague who was furloughed. We have essentially the same job, and I'm struggling with the guilt of keeping someone else from a job when I know I don't like it. And I'm like, fuck, like, should I just like surrender that to someone else who maybe really does need it and I can like make it through?
So I love you. I love you for that humanity. You know, look, to me in that scenario, there is no right answer. There's only the answer that you know for yourself. I think it's extremely noble and quite altruistic of you to like have those feelings.
It's fucking me up though, like that. Like I'm torn, man.
It becomes a game of how fucked up are you. If you can't breathe and sleep for real, and you're not just trying to like convince yourself that you're a great person, then you do it. If it's a little bit of a caricature of yourself and you're like in your own little like altruistic woke world, then you need to be thoughtful and say, I'm kind of almost doing this to appease a narrative that I want about my own self. You have to go extra deep. You see where I'm going? Yes. You have to go super extra deep. Because look, I do think that like today you can, but God forbid, we don't know the world we're living in going forward, and you may need it one day. You may need it in a real way. The person you love the most in your life may need it, and then all of a sudden you have regret that when you have the opportunity, you know, as much as you love your coworker who's your homie, you know, tomorrow a top 5 loved one might have a real situation. You may need those dollars. So there is a level of practicality that you have to layer on top of your humanity.
Sure. Yeah. The thing I came to was like contentment versus resentment. Like I'm very grateful for the situation I have, even though I don't like it, but I'm trying not to fuck myself up too bad doing things I don't really like, but practical is what I need.
Practicality right now matters. But the most practical thing is for you to start trying to do things on TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and talk about things or learn things that may become the thing you want to do.
Yeah, like I started a YouTube. I always wanted to do that. I was fucking scared shitless 2 years ago. I started it making bullshit, and like I'm really loving learning how to edit videos. It takes me 12 hours, but yeah.
And one day it's gonna take you 42 minutes, and one day you may do that at VaynerMedia. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean though? Like work on shit, do shit, learn shit, do shit. Learn shit, do shit. Anybody who doesn't love their job right now, who's lucky to have one, should be spending every time at home, downtime, not watching the news, not watching me, not watching Netflix. They should be learning shit and doing shit, because we're going to come out of this and it's going to be a whole new world. And let me promise you, it's going to be a world of winning and losing. This world we're going to come into is going to be a game of winning and losing. And what I mean by that is there's going to be so much opportunity. And if you know what you want to do, you might be able to really get it.
Awesome.
Take care.
Bless your heart, Gary. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Dustin, are you typing? Somebody's typing audio or anyway.
No, it's some of these people's like phone devices. For some reason, the audio just keeps. That's why I'm muting them when you're talking.
Understood.
So.
Well, cool. Somebody was making some background noise.
Yeah.
No worries. Let's keep it going. Let's get another one in.
Hey, Gary, what's up?
Hey, Dominic, how are you?
Doing well, man. How about yourself?
Doing really well.
Good. Hey, so I had a question for you. So I recently got laid off my job about a month ago with everything going on. And for a couple of years, I've been really wanting to start my own public speaking business. And I think this is kind of giving me a shove in that direction. Problem is, though, and with the public speaking, though, like I'm not looking to sell merchandise. I'm not looking to sell master classes. My main goal is I just want to be a keynote speaker and
like me,
share my personal story. Yeah, like you. Problem is, though, every time I talk to someone, they're like, that's great, man. You have a really interesting story. But what else are you going to talk about other than your story? Because usually when people are keynote speakers, they've done something really big in their life. They've overcome adversity and they went on to be, an Olympian or started a multi-million-dollar business. And I feel like I have a pretty unique story, and that's, I had survived cancer when I was 6 months old, had a liver transplant when I was 13, lost my dad to cancer when I was 17, and then lost my mom to cancer when I was 24, and then I just got laid off my job. So I understand that everyone goes through adversity and stuff, and I have too, but I guess my main question is, how do I discover, what sets me apart to allow me to be that keynote speaker, to draw audiences and say, hey, I want to hear this guy's story and what he has to say.
I think you put out the stories for free on video over and over in different variations, and then you let the demand come to you. That's what I did. I didn't set out to be a public speaker. I made videos. And then people started emailing me and be like, would you like to take what you do on video to the stage? And then I said, I don't know, maybe. And I tried it, and it was something I was naturally gifted at, and away I went. I think, you have the internet, so you should start doing live streams and putting out videos and become the honey and let the bees come to you instead of begging the bees.
Right. And I guess with that, I took your advice. I've been listening to you lately, and I made a TikTok account, and I want to be more active on social media, but I just feel really weird and awkward on camera, especially when I'm just talking to myself, and I don't want to put out always...
Let me promise you this. If you feel weird on camera, wait till you're on stage in front of 500 people.
Right. And I've done public speaking before.
And you feel comfortable in that.
I feel completely comfortable doing that.
Awesome. So, look, I think you don't have to do TikToks. You could do what you're doing right now with me, straight to video camera. That's what I did. There's some old videos on vidler.com. I think I called them Gary V 120s. I would rant for 2 minutes. And they became the foundation of me doing content not named Wine Library TV. Look, if you're unable to make content that gives you leverage to get speaking gigs, then you're going to have to literally just email conferences when we get back to that world and say, I'd like to be an opening speaker for free. You got to speak for free. It's like open mics for before you're doing Madison Square Garden as Kevin Hart, you're doing bullshit shows for 8 people in a club for $0. You need to do the same thing.
Right. Yeah. And like I said, I just don't want to always put out like so serious or somber, stories about my life about, I had cancer and I had this, I lost my parents. I want to bring upbeat, inspiring stories, but at the same time, I feel like I have trouble with that when I'm trying to do it to a camera one-on-one with myself.
Maybe you need somebody else. Maybe you do an interview show. Maybe you get 6 people to come in and you do it with 6 people on a Zoom and you record that.
Well, I guess with that, how do you feel about a podcast? Because that's something I've been really rolling around in my mind.
Yeah, I think you're rolling too many things in your mind. Like you want to be more active in social media. You've been rolling in your mind on podcasts. I think, Dominic, this is the great time to just do, right?
Mm-hmm.
My answer is always yes. Dustin, I need a T-shirt for the show. I need a T-shirt, Dustin. Get the team to make it. The answer is always yes. Got it, Dustin?
Yep, writing it down.
Thank you. So, Dom, the answer is always yes. When am I gonna say no?
Right. And like you said, this is the best opportunity to do it now than ever.
If you need this affirmation from me, here it is. Co-signed. Go.
Got it.
Proud of you, bro. Good luck.
Cool. Thanks, man.
All right, everybody. Good fucking show. I got to get to my next meetings. I hope everybody's super well. Did somebody just lose sound? Just want to see. The answer's always yes. Yep. The answer's always fucking yes. And Whitney knows that. Franklin knows that. Victor knows that. Natalie knows that. Tyrone T knows that. May Neng Vang definitely knows that. And I appreciate all of you. All in challenge, going strong. I'd like for one of you to spend the full year with me. We'll be playing that video in 1 minute. And then I'm telling you right now, $125 Pinot Noir for $45. My dad would appreciate it. Winetext.com. Please already. Yesterday I did some homework. I was dead. I thought I'd been converting the majority of this audience. I was dead when I saw what happened. I can't believe how many of you have in the past tweeted drinking wine or into wine and watched this show and have not signed up. And you're not from Texas or Michigan or Utah. You're in the pocket. New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. It is time for winetext.com. And it is time for you and I to spend the entire year together. And here's how you can do that for a $10 raffle ticket. I am giving away the ultimate Gary Vee experience. How should that go? Okay. Over the last week or so, I've been jamming with my friend Michael Rubin, and helping out on this all-in challenge that I am accepting right now. But allinchallenge.com, please go there. We are challenging some of the greatest artists, entertainers, athletes in the world to provide a ridiculous all-time experience or one of their most iconic items in their collection to help raise money to help feed the hungry during this ridiculous time. And so now I have to put up my auction. So my auction, the Ultimate Gary Vee Experience. Here we go. I'm going to go off the top of the head. And you can go on allinchallenge.com to go bid on this. I am giving away, you get to, in the course of a year, you will go garage sailing with me and film Trash Talk. Also, you're going to get a workout with me and Mike Vacanti. So I know a lot of you pay attention to that part of my world. Also, we're going to go to Wine Library and do a $25,000 shopping spree. That's right. I'm going to pay my dad. Well, I'm going to donate. We're going to pay my dad $25,000. So $25,000 shopping spree at Wine Library. I will walk through the whole store with you, tell you the war stories, and you'll buy a bunch of wine, beer, liquor, whatever you want, food. We are going to go to a Jets game together. You're going to tailgate with me. I never do this. When I give away Jets tickets, I never let the person sit with me. So you will sit with me during the Jets game. I won't talk to you during the game. I'm completely focused, but you'll get that. So the Ultimate Jets Experience, tailgate, full game with me as well. Also, I'm going to give you 1 week play at VaynerMedia. So this is for you and a +1, by the way. So the 2 tickets, we'll do some +1s, we'll do some just me and you, depending on what it is. 1 full week at VaynerMedia, getting consulting and business advice from Team Gary Vee and me for the entire week, hanging out in the pit where the show's done. You're going to be a guest of my podcast. We're going to do a wine dinner for you and 7 of your friends at Hunt and Fish Club in New York City. And I'm going to fly you, all paid, +1, to 3 of my keynotes, and we'll work on those details. The Ultimate Gary Vee Experience. I hope you bid on it. I hope you get involved. I hope we raise a lot of money to help people that need it. Also, what's so fun about the All-In Challenge is you get to challenge people to be in it. I am going to challenge all the Vayner Sports athletes. I expect you in there, so that is number 1. Number 2, I'm going to go with, you know what? Timbaland, the super producer who's completely lighting up Instagram. Timbaland, the super producer, I'm calling you out. And finally, I got one. The Undertaker, one of the great wrestlers of all time. Please join the challenge. Everybody go to allinchallenge.com. Please support this. The experiences are going to be nuts. We've been working, bleeding out of the eyeballs for the last week, putting this all together. You're going to be blown away what you're about to see on social media. #allinchallenge. Please check it out. And please go to your favorite celebrities, athletes, and entertainers and leave #allinchallenge to get them involved. The All-In Challenge.